Good morning, students. In this lesson, you are going to learn about relative pronouns. A relative pronoun shows the relationship between the noun and the words following it in the same sentence. It means, students, if in a sentence there is a noun and some more information is given about that noun in a sentence, then these pronouns, relative pronouns, connect the noun with the another part of the sentence. Look at the example. I saw a woman who was wearing a funny dress. In this sentence, there are two things. First, I saw a woman. Second, she was wearing a funny dress. So, the word who is connecting the woman with the part was wearing a funny dress. So, the word who is relative pronoun here. This is the dictionary. Here the dictionary is a noun which I bought yesterday. There is a relation between the dictionary and this part I bought yesterday, and the relationship is established by the word which. Okay, then the next sentence, did you see the gift? Which gift? That I received on my birthday. Okay, so here the word that is a relative pronoun. Now coming to the antecedent, this I have already discussed when I started with personal pronouns. The noun to which a relative pronoun refers back is called its antecedent. For example, in the first sentence, I saw a woman who was wearing a funny dress. Here the relative pronoun is who. This who gives information about whom? Woman. So here woman is the antecedent of the pronoun who. Then this is the dictionary which I bought yesterday. यहाँ पर which किसके लिए हुआ है use? Dictionary. So here the dictionary is the antecedent. Did you see the gift that I received on my birthday? Here the word that is referring back to the gift. So the gift is the antecedent here. Now I will discuss some relative pronouns and their usage. We use who, whose, whom for persons only. Okay, this is the rule which you have to keep in mind. For example, a young lady who lived in our neighborhood helped me. So the word who, the relative pronoun who, stands for a young lady. Okay, it cannot stand for a thing. We can't say a car who. It is wrong. I want to meet the artist whose painting won the first prize. So the word whose is also used for persons. A young lady whom I knew came to our help. I hope by now this has become clear that we use who, whose and whom for persons only. Next we have another relative pronoun which is used for things without life and for animals. For example, the earphones which I wanted are not available in any shops here. Earphone is a thing. Therefore, we have used the word which here. Next example is the tiger which had turned a man-eater could not be located. Here also we have used the word which for animals. So, there are two things, which is used for things without life, that is non-living things, and which is used for animals. Now, we will discuss the relative pronoun that. That is used for both persons and things. It is acceptable for persons also and for things also. How? Let's see. For example, this is the man that I have been speaking of. Next, I have lost the watch that my father gifted me. We use that after adjectives in the superlative degree. For example, Kapil is the best fast bowler. Kapil is the best fast bowler. I have already taught you degrees of comparison. Best is a superlative degree. So, after the superlative degree, we use the relative pronoun that. Kapil is the best fast bowler that we have produced. Next, we have if a sentence has two nouns, one denoting a person and the other a thing. Okay, students, first tell me which relative pronoun is used to denote a person. Who? You can answer yourself to test your understanding. And which relative pronoun is used for a thing? which. But what about a sentence in which both the things are coming together? You can read the example. Both the car and its driver. One is a thing and one is a person. We use who for a person and we use which for a thing. But if in a sentence there is a person and a thing, then we prefer to use that. So the sentence becomes, both the car and its driver that now appeared looked shabby. Shabby means dirty. Now a quick summary. Relative pronoun who is used for persons, relative pronoun which is used for things, and relative pronoun that is used for persons as well as things. It is also used after adjectives in the superlative degree, and if a sentence has two things, one is a person and one is a thing, then also we use that. With this, your topic pronouns gets over. I have covered all the kinds of pronouns which are in your course. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you.